I don't know what they're waiting for. They look nervous as I'm walking by. They got poop everywhere. Yeah. Uh-oh, there they go. Don't go, you don't have to go, I won't hurt you. And they're all nervous. Ah. Oh, they're getting ready. How cool. It's almost like on your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, they didn't go. Lately, these geese like to chase me. Oh, here comes more. Uh-oh, mating. Oh, he's gonna come get me. Woo! These geese like to chase me now. They know I'm afraid of them. These scooters are all across Tucson. They're called Razor, and you can get the Razor app. They charge you for the use of these. I've never used them, so I don't know. And then there's a scan, you scan it, and it'll turn on for you. A little basket. These are all over the place. All over Tucson. It's fairly new over the past couple years. Oh, here's a duck. Let's see what he's doing. He just came out of the water. Save Barnum Hill. Stop the zoo from encroaching. Sort of like on Back to the Future. Save the clock. Save Barnum Hill. This is Barnum Hill. It's gorgeous. So that's Barnum Hill. And over here is the zoo. And they want to extend the zoo over to here. It's going to take a huge chunk of the park away. This area they want to put the tigers. They want tigers. And they're going to have to cut down all those trees because tigers can crawl up on trees. So they want to save this area, Barnum Hill, from being destroyed by the zoo. The zoo wants to make money. I believe construction has already started for the plan, although the citizens of Tucson are trying to stop it. I think that's what the construction is all about. I don't know. But that's Barnum Hill. And this area here would be the connection of the zoo to the new extension of the zoo over here. the waterfalls might stay for the tigers, but the people won't be able to enjoy it. This will be all fenced in. Okay, let's go walk across. It's a little muddy. And then what is going to happen is the small pond over here is going to be taken over by the zoo also, or the animals that are here in this area. So this is a huge, huge chunk of Reed Park that is going to be taken away from the people. And why is that such a big deal? Well, these trees are so old and they're so gorgeous. It's beloved by citizens of Tucson. And the fact of Tucson is they didn't plan a lot of parks. Now, a lot of the neighborhood parks that are in Tucson have been taken over by homeless men. And sometimes it's not safe for the children or the parents. Tucson has a huge homeless population because of the weather. Now, homeless people have rights. In some ways, a lot of people have actually said to me, well, you're homeless. Well, yeah, I guess you could look at it that way if you want to. Most nomads say we're houseless, but I know some homeless people and they're very cool. And if you want to call me homeless, I don't care. I mean, whatever, I don't really care. It doesn't affect me any, what somebody wants to refer to me as. But the problem, another reality of Tucson is the homeless are on foot and a lot of them have mental issues. So it can be unsafe. Let's see if we can go one of the planes. We have Davis Monthan, I've mentioned many times, Air Force Base outside of Tucson. Still in the Tucson city limits, but it's just, Tucson's a big city. Not like LA or New York, but it's big. Has over 1 million people now. fruit developing on the saguaro cactus. This is the first I've seen it. Here we go. Soon, the white-winged dove, they're a little bit bigger. They migrate here. And they, probably a lot of these big homes, you see the big holes? That's where they're gonna stay. If there's other birds in there, they'll probably kick them out. But they are the ones that come and eat the fruit of the saguaro cactus. Hey y'all, I'm outside finally, got the blue. I'm exercising. This is a picnic table and I put this, it's like a material, it's like plastic, only nicer. And it's perfect for laying on the ground to sit on or lay on, do exercising on. And it's also good for sand. You know, things don't get on it. It says it's waterproof, but I don't think that's entirely true. When I was in Reno, there's a little bit more moisture there than here in Tucson, and it would come up through. Yeah, it would kind of seep through if it was, the ground was, yeah. So I got that down. I did my stretching. I haven't done other things. Did a few of these, yeah. Exercise, yeah. Oh, here we go, yeah. We'll do this. Can I talk and do this? Let's see if I can do walk and chew gum at the same time, yeah. One of you asked me, in my work, did I carry heavy objects? Yeah, I just did recently when I worked at Amazon in Reno, probably about 9 months ago. Yeah, wait a minute, about 10 months ago. Yeah, who cares? Sometimes I get on, it's gotta be exact. It's okay. But yeah, I had to carry, if you work for Amazon, you have to lift at least 50 pounds. The thing I want to talk about right now is if you're in a minivan or an SUV or even a sedan, a car, if you have so much stuff in your vehicle that you have to pile things when you're traveling and you have to pile them on top of your bed and you're kind of packed in, well, guess what? You're going to have to boondock all the time. How are you going to stay in a city? How are you going to do city mode? It's virtually, well, nothing's impossible, but it's really going to be hard. How are you going to do that? I have friends who live in small vehicles. And in order to get dressed, they need a shower tent because they're taller, or they put things, they're packed in and they put things on top of their bed. Well, you're not going to be able to do city boondocking. And I mean, this is so fun. I am having a ball out here. I'm a nomad. I'm still a nomad, but that doesn't mean that I can't be maneuvering through a city. Now, I'm in Tucson, so I happen to know Tucson pretty well. But even if I was going to Cincinnati, I'll be able to maneuver around in there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know Cincinnati that well. I haven't lived there that long. But I know how to maneuver in a city. And it's fun. I mean, you have so much available for you. But I'm still out in nature. I enjoy being outside during the day a lot. I mean, it'd be the same if I was out boondocking and it was kind of hot. I'd be kind of stuck inside of my rig anyways. And when we were in Quartzsite and it was blowing wind and sand, me and my friends, we had to stay inside of our rigs anyways all day. Now, if the wind would have been blowing in the city, it wouldn't have been so fierce out here. Of course, you know, that's in the desert. If you're out boondocking in a forest where there's more trees and everything, yeah. But I just wanted to mention that if you're going to live your life that way and you're planning being a nomad and you have a minivan and you have a lot of things inside of your rig and you're putting them on top of your bed and your sleeping area, how are you going to be in the city? Because it's not like you can take things out. You have to keep that in mind. I don't keep anything on my bed, really, because I fold it up every day. My bed isn't out, yeah. I fold it up. But a lot of you are going to have your build-outs, and you're going to have your mattresses. I know one fella, he has a minivan, and he has a bed, but he says when he carries his bike with him, he can just put his bike on his bed when he's traveling, instead of having a bike lock, or a bike rack. Well, he's kind of like stuck boondocking at all times. For me, that I wouldn't want to do that, because I like being in the city. I'm 50-50. I like being in the city and I like being out boondocking. I like it both, and I like the options of having. I like options. I like choices. So I just wanted to mention that. I was asked on my last video, wow, how do you stay so happy? You're so happy. Why are you so happy? Yeah. Well, I'm happy because I put it out there that I'm happy. I mean, happy is like a state of mind. It isn't just, oh, you're a happy person, Well, anybody can be happy. It's really up here. Anything you hold in your head, you can hold in your hand. And we do always have to work on ourselves, don't we? We have to learn to love ourselves. And a lot of people take that in a negative connotation. Oh, you're so in love with yourself. No, you do have to love yourself. If you're in love with yourself, not in a bad, vain way, but if you're in love with yourself, you really like yourself, and you just, you want to take care of yourself, then you're going to put it out there that nobody will have the ability to bring you down or put out those vibrations at you or come at you with that energy, that negative energy. If you feel a true love in here for yourself, it's going to end up manifesting out, outside. So yeah, learning to like yourself and learning to enjoy yourself. But that also includes creating your own future. You need to create your own future. We are beings made of atoms. And it is scientific that atoms are made of 99.999% energy. There's always that little nucleus in every atom that is like 0.001, That's the matter of it all. But we are energy. And that's quantum physics. It's been proven as science. It's textbook theory now, quantum theory, quantum physics. So if we are energy, we are going to draw to us whatever energy we're putting out. It's going to be magnetic, and we're going to draw that to us. So I heard something today that I thought, I want to share that because it's so awesome. If you want to find love, and that's romantic love, love of friendships, love for other people, and that they'll love you back. It doesn't have to be sexual or romantic, but love. If you write down, if you want to have those friendships or even those romantic relationships, write down on a piece of paper the qualities you want that person to have. And then go be it. You need to learn to be who you want to attract to you. And that's the law of attraction. That's quantum physics. We are energetic. We are vibrating entities. And if we can put those vibrations out there into the universe, into God, and yes, God is involved in this. He created this for us. It's a tool that He created for us that we can use. As Jesus said, You have not because you ask not. And you have not because you believe not. So we need to put out there, what do we want? And then be that. We need to be that. I'm not perfect and I can get off balance. Oh yeah. And it happened just this morning. I kind of got off balance from a comment. I won't even go into it. I don't even want to give it energy anymore, but from a comment. And it put me off balance. And then I was led to this video on YouTube. And it just these things start coming in my feed. I thought, wow, okay, let me listen to this. And it said, when we get off balance like that, and we're putting out that negative vibration kind of came at us and then got us into a different vibration in the universe. Because there's different vibrations. There's lower vibrations. There's higher vibrations. Yeah. So we want to be in vibrations that are in line with our future. If we've created our future, well, we create our future no matter what. I always suggest, take the time to create the future you want. Don't drag in this future from the past. We drag things in, and everything back here determines our future. We're angry, or we're upset, or we're jealous, or, we're feeling these negative feelings, and we're dragging them with us because we haven't let go of this back here, and we're dragging it with us. We're going to be off balance, and those are the vibrations that we're going to be putting off. So I always say, decide what you want, and be excited about it. How many people talk about their past? Oh yeah, they're just talking about their past. They're in love with their past. They talk about it, they relish it. Their whole being is revolved around what happened back then. And they also are relish, and they're in love with their ailments and pain. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh well, I got this thing, or I got this thing. They're in love with it. They talk about it. They identify themselves with their pain and their ailment and their past. And well, this is why this. Well, I say, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Yeah, don't talk about your ailments. Don't be in love with them. I'm carrying this with them. This is my moniker. This is who I am. I have arthritis. This is who I am. This is what I have. Yeah. It's just kind of interesting listening to people. But so when you get off balance and somebody has interjected some of their negativism on, because a lot of people like to see people suffer, or they want to strip you of your joy. They suck the joy out of you. Yeah, they're joy suckers. Well, if you get off balance, and the reason you did get off balance is because, and if you did get off balance, do this. Remember your future. When you get off balance, that means you're not remembering your future, the future that you created. You're not in love. You got to be in love with your future. You got to feel it. You got to be emotional about it. You got to say, yes, this is so fun. Even though it might not have manifested yet, it's working. The vibrations are working for you. God is doing it. The quantum physics of it all is working toward your goal, but you want to have the proper vibrations with it. You got to believe it. You got to be excited about it. Get excited about your future. I want anybody who's listening to this, I want I'm talking to you, to get excited about your future. Fall in love with your future. Get rid of this. What I got there? And I've mentioned already, let me just remind, how do you get rid of that? Well, we carry our pain and emotions in our body, our thoughts and our body. And we carry those emotions in our body. And every time we think about that past experience, there's an emotion created, and it settles in our body, makes us off balance. we're not in good vibrations with our future, and things get off balance. We're just kind of like, yeah. So to get rid of that once and for all, I don't care how you do it. I'll give you a couple examples. What you can do is think about that experience, visualize, lay down, close your eyes. What do I got in my mouth here? A hair. Visualize yourself taking the emotion out of that experience. Take the emotion out of it and toss it into the universe. Just toss it in. One other way you can do it is that experience, think of it like this piece of paper. Sometimes I do this. Sometimes I put people in there when they're negative towards me. I put them in there. I do. I'll admit it. If you're one of those negative people and you're around me, I will do this. Oh yeah. It's a piece of paper. It's a big piece. It's like an envelope thing, but it's all stretched out. I put them in there and I fold up the sides and I take it. I can't see it anymore and I toss it and it goes and it's gone. It literally does. It works. It works. I just toss them away. If they come back into my mind later, I put them back in, fold it up and give it another toss. I mean, and then I can move on and I get back in the balance again. I get back in the upper vibrations of the universe and life. I don't think there's there's nothing really magical. Well, I guess it is magical, but there's nothing unique about me being happy or being positive about the world. I follow a lot of these practices and I listen to other inspirational speakers on YouTube and I get going. I just get going. I've created my future and I'm working towards that. And the universe and God himself is working towards me. Something I thought of today, I want to share with you, is some people say, they have in their mind that God is mad at them or that God is wants to punish all the time. No. If God was so scary, I mean, God, there should be a healthy fear of the Lord because he's so, oh my gosh. But were the disciples scared of Jesus? I mean, Jesus was, Christians believe this, Jesus was God in the flesh. Well, the disciples people weren't afraid of Jesus, were they? They didn't, I'm afraid of him, run, some were. Yeah, some were. What was that town where, when all the demons were put into the pigs, and then they were all like, like they go away. Maybe they were, but yeah, don't be like them, don't be afraid. But he does want what's good for us. He wants us to be happy. He really does. So, yeah. Another, they're lovely comments, but everyone, I got a couple yesterday where they said, you are such an inspiration in such a dark world. Oh no, this was on Facebook, and such a dark world. And I said, well, is the world dark? Because I don't see it that way. I hear young people say, oh, the earth, the world, the planet is dying. Really? I don't know. I'm not seeing it. It's not dying. I see plenty. I see abundance wherever I go. I mean, I do. There's abundant grass and abundant animals and foliage and flowers and everything. There is abundance. And so I think it's up here. It's whatever vibration you're working on. If you're working on this vibration up here, yeah. If you're working on this vibration down here, yeah. The world is dying. Oh yeah. Yeah. So be careful of your, think about what you're thinking about and correct those negative thoughts. And be careful of the words that you use. Be happy. It's create your future. And the best way to do that is to remember, once you created it, remember it and keep thinking about, fall in love with it, talk about it all the time. You know, you talk about the things that you love, right? I mean, so if you, you know, you love all that back there and all the pain of that back there, yeah, you show what you love. You show who you are by the words that you use. So let's all kind of get rid of that, you know, like, let's put it in there, let's fold it up and give it the toss. Or you can just take it and put them up and crumple it up and woo, you know, there's like a big poi ball, yeah, boom, throw it away. So yeah, those are my words of wisdom for the day. I want y'all to have a really good day. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching it all the way through. Leave a comment. I love your comments, and they do help me out with my algorithms, whatever those are. My YouTube algorithms when you comment, yeah. And I'll see you next time in the next video. Mwah. Bye.
How many clothes can you wear? How many cars can you drive? And how big of a shelter do you really need? Some people get so caught up in the trappings of life. At least I feel that that they lose what is real. And so my desire is to help children realize that deep and simple are far, far more important than shallow and complicated and fancy.
You wrote a song about that too.
Well, everybody's fancy, sure. We're all fancy on the inside.